Greetings, everybody. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life, and this is the new moon view for fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The new moon, or the dark moon as it's sometimes called, is a time for self-reflection. It's a time that we tend to go within while the sky is dark so that we can renew ourselves and renew our commitments, and otherwise just to be still and know that what we're seeking, we will find it, and that the answers that we are seeking are out there in the universe. So why do we do this? We do it because synchronizing with nature's clocks teaches you how to be in right timing so that you're operating with the rhythm of the universe and not just going by your watch or your clock or some buzzer that tells you to go to the next thing. The moon cycle is another kind of clock, and it's a great way to start reconnecting to the natural order of things so that you can start to reestablish balance in your life and in your lifestyle. So today's reading will be taken from the Moon Oracle. The Moon Oracle, I will be taking my intuitive reading from this oracle for the bigger picture, and then I'll also be reading from the Dreaming Way Lenormand for the element, for your fire element, and then I will follow up with the implication for each sign through the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. So that's the decks that I'll be reading from. But before I get into the reading, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's happening with the moon astrologically, so that you'll know what's happening as far as that's concerned, and then we'll get right into the reading. All right, so this month's new moon is in the sign of Capricorn. It is in the 4th degree. It is an aspect to the sun, which is also in 4 degrees Capricorn, and both are rolling right along with Mercury in the 25th degree of Sagittarius. So Sagittarians, Mercury or communication may be enhanced for you because Mercury is operating in your sign. The moon in Capricorn, though, suggests that this is a more serious-minded moon. You may feel the need to get your house in order, which makes sense because right around this time is when we're getting ready for the new year, and you all may be making resolutions or setting new intentions or reciting your affirmations for the new year. And so it makes sense that this is a time for getting down to business, which was what Capricorn usually suggests. In the 4th degree, there's a sense that paring down or taking this time out is really going to push you forward toward the goals that you're trying to reach, or just for otherwise getting yourself detached from things that may be causing you a snag or that may be distracting you from your goals. The moon's relationship to the sun, which usually counterbalances the emotion of the moon during these significant phases, is as its willing partner. So the sun and the moon are traveling together. They are in conjunct, so they're moving together. So your actions will also be aligned with this inner urge to finish what you started, or to complete the task that you had set aside for yourself, or to reach the goals that you're setting for yourself, either personally or professionally. The other planet to pay attention to during the new moon is Mercury, which is in the sign of Sagittarius that I said, in the 25th degree. But with Mercury in motion with the moon, you can expect to be a little more outspoken about your plans. You'll probably be telling people what you are and are not going to do, or are and are not going to be putting up with in the year 2020, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. It's just a way for you to announce your intentions, to set the commitment, and to set it in motion. So speaking about it really actually puts it in motion, also writing it down. So if you're not up for speaking, or if you're not feeling particularly articulate as far as or being outspoken, you can also take that energy and then write down what your intentions are and what you are and what you're not going to do. And that's a way of just kind of presenting yourself into the universe and into this energy, so that your energy and the moon's energy can mix together. And then of course the energy of Mercury, and how you'll be communicating to other people about what it is that you're doing. So it's not, you're not keeping it to yourself. You're more or less putting it out there in the universe, which is a great thing. That's a great way to manifest what it is that you're doing, by putting action or putting words to your actions. So that'll give you just another sense of what's happening there with the new moon, so that you can apply that to your focus, or you can just pay attention to how things are vibrating around you, or how that energy is showing up for you in your life. So we'll go right into the new moon reading, which kind of takes the astrology that I've just talked about and builds on it intuitively, so that my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, will know how this is affecting them, and then also how it's affecting your elemental partners in the zodiac. Okay, so from the Moon Oracle, I'm just going to share with you the overall sense of what's happening with the moon. This is a black, they call it a black moon or new moon or a dark moon, all means the same thing. It is in an earth sign, Capricorn, which means that this is a dormant moon, and of course, because it is a new moon, it is a dormant moon. But the key word here is economy. It's about economizing. It's about streamlining. It's about pulling things back to a narrower focus, so that you don't have any excess, you don't have any extra things getting in your way or distracting you from your goals. Okay, and one of the things about the fourth degree about the moon being in the fourth degree of Capricorn, it talks about being focused and being driven toward your goal, and not letting there be any distractions. Sometimes when we have excess of things, it could be excess of friends that are calling you on your phone and bothering you and distracting you from being able to get done what you need to get done. It could be an excess of thoughts, negative thoughts, or just ruminations, or things that you may be worried or concerned about that need to be streamlined. For some of you, it may be financial streamlining. You may have be spending excessively, and this being right after Christmas time. Some of you have done that. So it's about pulling back a little bit, and really fine-tuning what your goal is and what your focus is, and even fine-tuning that even more, because sometimes you may end up with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals. You may need to pare that down to 2 or 3 goals so that you can be successful in accomplishing them. So that's something to think about during the new moon on the 26th. The next card that comes up, which really deals more or less with the degree status and where the moon sits, is the wedding card. And the wedding card in this particular oracle is not so much about it. It does have a little bit to do with commitment, because whenever you think about wedding, you think about commitments. But this card suggests that you do things in a fashion that is tried and true methods, being more conservative, doing things in a traditional way as opposed to just kind of breaking out and doing something new. This new moon, as its name suggests, new, is really actually asking you not to do anything new, but really just to focus on what you have on your plate, and being a little conservative in your approach. So the last card from the Moon Oracle, which relates to the new moon being in Capricorn, is Hecate. This is the goddess card that comes with this particular reading. And for me, just looking at the card, I see a lot of things. She reminds me a lot of the Chariot from the tarot, with these two animals here that are being represented right in front of her dress, which to me looks more or less about that chariot. It's about moving and moving forward, being able to move forward. And Hecate sees the past and sees the future and moves forward with the present in mind. So this is a good time, based on this card, this is a good time to look back and do some reflection about what you have learned in your process so far, and then how that can add to you economizing and streamlining your plans for the future, right? So all of that, the past teaches us, and it teaches us how to do things more efficiently, more effectively, and more economically. So that's what that's about. And then also Hecate is about is associated with the crossroads. So if you feel like you're at a stalemate, or you are sitting at the crossroads and you want to get off the crossroads and into the next phase of your life, Hecate suggests that that taking this time out during the new moon and conserving your energy and economizing your efforts, and sticking to your plan is going to help you move forward. Okay. All right, and so moving right along, that's generally what the new moon is all about. So that's for everybody, regardless of your element. So I'm going to get to the Lenormand. I pulled 2 cards from the Lenormand to really focus more or less on your element. And what I got was the Child card followed by the Ring. The Child represents newness, new things, new ideas, new concepts, new revelations, or just a revelation in general. And the Ring suggests a commitment of sorts. So I'm seeing new commitments or new things in your horizon, fire signs. It looks like these are things that are going to give you a lot more energy, that are going to give you the energy of a child, that are going to really open up your eyes and have you in a state of wonder. You're going to be learning new things and experiencing new things like the way that you did when you were a child. But these are new commitments that are coming up probably in January. But that does not mean to attach to the new commitment now. Some of you may be being approached by different people with some new ideas or some concepts. I would say think through it during the new moon, reflect on it during the new moon, and think about whether this represents something excessive in your life, or whether you want to, say no to it because it may be too much. But whatever commitments approach you or come towards you that give you new life and give you new energy, if you feel like you don't have enough time to take it on, I would say get rid of the things that are bogging you down first before you say no to something like this, because this is fresh energy and fresh eyes, ears, whatever on a situation. So I would recommend fire signs that you all go for that rather than continue to trudge forward on a commitment that seems to be going nowhere or that could be stuck. Okay. All right, so moving into the Mystical Shaman Oracle for each sign, I have the Time Master for Aries. Mastering time is really about getting in synchronicity, and just you being here and hearing this message and connecting with the moon is going to help with this. As I said, connecting with your moons and connecting with natural cycles help you to be in the right timing, which allows you to be able to time master. If there is a lot going on for you, Aries, if you have a lot of irons in the fire, again, the message is to economize, pull back, find out what's really important to you and what you're the most interested in, and stick with those things. Narrow it down to 1 or 2 things, and then get in synchronicity with the moon. Move with the moon's tides. Check back in, or you can get your own personal full or new moon reading that will help you see how this relates to you on a personal level. But the main thing is to get in synchronicity with nature, because that's what's going to help you be able to manage your time more effectively, and also it's going to help you make decisions about what you should keep in your life and what you shouldn't. And by doing this, you do become the time master. You'll know how to use your time wisely, to organize and do your time management the way that you need to. Some of you may decide that this is a really good time. When we said it's a quiet time, it may be a good time to set up a schedule for yourself, or to think about how you want to be moving with these new projects that are coming in, or that new energy that's coming in, and how you want to tie that into your current schedule, work schedule, play schedule, etc. So that's your message, Aries. And then for Leo, we've got the Council here. I love this card because it's, to me, it's a very spiritual card in that you are connected to your ascended masters. You're connecting to those spirits that are governing your path, your walk, that are pushing you forward, that are directing you and guiding you from the other world. And so for me, what this says is that while the moon is dark, it would be a good time, Leo, for you to connect to your sentient beings, those angels I call them God angels in his assembly, that are hovering around you and that are connecting to you. And connect to them intuitively and ask for their guidance during your meditation so that you will know how to move forward. So I think, Leo, for you, it's about really connecting to your this could be your ancestor. You could see this as your ancestral spirits, but it's really your ascended masters and those spirits that are connecting with you, that are really orchestrating your divine purpose and your divine movement in life. So, Leo, this would be a great time during the new moon to just reconnect to those entities and allow their guidance to kind of move you forward so that you're not pushing forward. Like, it's not about pushing forward, it's just about seeing. And by seeing who you are and where you are and how you're moving and that kind of thing, and how you've been moving, then you're able to make some really solid decisions for yourself, and then also make some really purposeful commitments moving forward. All right, and then the last card is for Sagittarius, which you got the Coyote card. I love this card because that means there are lessons being learned for you during this time. There's some things that are coming back to you. They're kind of circling back around, and when things circle back around, it gives you the time to look at it carefully and with a keen eye. That makes you more savvy. It makes you a little more conscious and a little more savvy in your approach to how you are living your life, not just your physical life, but your spiritual life as well. So you may be finding during this time that things are kind of coming back for you to look at. It may come in some strange ways or some different ways, but really be paying attention to the messages that you're getting right now, Sagittarius, especially as it relates to things happening in the past. And there again, that Hecate goddess card is saying for you to, look at how things have happened in the past and how that's going to change your approach moving forward. Okay. So be on the lookout for lessons, Sagittarius, Leos. Connect with your ascended masters. And then for Aries, again, for you to connect and synchronize yourself with those natural clocks so that you can be in the right timing and you'll be able to use your time more wisely. All right, so that has been the new moon for you for December 26th for my fire signs. If you want to continue to stay in sync, just stay tuned to this channel. I do the new moon and the full moon views for those phases. But if you want to take a deeper dive and you want to find out how the moon is affecting you personally, you can reach out to me at Carrie@wooingnature.life or connect with me through the website or the links below in the description box. As always, I hope you have a great new moon and a fantastic life.